Hey everybody, this is Will.
And this is Josh Tucker.
So this is the Talking Backwards podcast. So we're just going to do a quick intro here because this is actually the second part in our series on tulpas, which are basically a type of thought form, which is basically a consciousness created of thought. Basically creating another personality within your mind.
That's separate from yourself.
Separate from yourself, yeah.
So if you have any particular problems that are going on, that thought form that you created won't have any of those problems at all.
Yeah.
So that would be better and help you.
Yes. So, for example, our last interview was with the host. What we're going to have here is the interview with the tulpa itself, which is the second consciousness, in this person's mind. So, guys, really, with no further ado, let's jump into the episode. And as always, we really hope you keep an open mind to everything and really consider the implications that plurality might not be this awful thing that it's stigmatized to be.
We want you to keep an open mind and hear out what's going on, but at the same time, what do you think about it?
Yeah, and definitely leave it in the comments.
Yeah. All
right, here we go.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Josh here. Just want to do another quick disclaimer. The audio that we used, it's the second half of the original interview that we did, so it's still the format that we did wasn't the greatest. We recorded it from my ambient mic, and we recorded him over the phone through the ambient mic, so it came out crappy. And I tried this time to make it a little bit better, but still, I mean, you can only do so much with the audio stuff that I have, and yeah, you know what they say, you can't polish a turd, so yeah. But well, hopefully it's audible enough so that you can understand. If you have any questions, just leave a comment or something, and we'll get back to you on what it is. So without further ado, enjoy.
All right. Take all the time you need.
It might be a minute. I haven't. Alright.
Hello?
Hey, it's Aury.
Hey! It's nice to meet you, Aury. This is Will and Josh. I'm not sure if you were listening before.
Oh, I'm always listening.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
All right, yeah, it's nice to meet you. I apologize for not introducing you right away. We started talking, I think, a bit too fast, and the introductions were a bit too short, and I apologize for that.
That's okay. I think Jacob's introduction gave me justice either way.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad. I apologize again. This is such a
I know that we've both been taking in a lot of information. We're just both blown away by this.
Oh yeah, Jacob tends to bulldoze a lot on people in a very short amount of time. And also, you're in the presence of yours truly, so I can't blame you.
Oh. All right, so I don't even know what to ask you. How you doing today? Wow.
It's been pretty good.
That's good.
The day's not over yet. Jacob has, we're going to make sure he gets everything done on his to-do list. But, Jacob's been in a transitionary period of his life. Most of our discussions lately have been figuring out the next 5 years of his life. So that's always fun.
Oh, yeah.
That's...
Or should I say our life?
Yeah. Yeah. It's so weird to think My whole world is kind of crashing down because.
Hour and a half, maybe. I was just created by the person you talked to earlier.
Yeah.
And my entire existence has been in mostly an imaginary world. Yeah.
The physical world is so minute. It's just everything's changing for me. So when you say imaginary world, it's so hard to think of this concept outside of something entirely imaginary. I'm completely at a loss.
I don't know, even when I'm accompanying Jacob in the physical world where I basically have what someone else might consider an out-of-body experience. Even when I'm with him, I'm in his perception of the world. But when you think about it, it's no different from you, how you experience reality. And in a sense, everyone's experience of reality is imaginary. But hey, if you want to experience what life's like as a Tulpa, master lucid dreaming. Be able to create an imaginary world and project yourself into it whenever you like, and you get something similar to what it's like to exist as a Tulpa.
That's incredible.
So this world that you exist in is like completely separated from the world that like we reside in.
Well, that sounds somewhat metaphysical. You could call it a safe space, a calm place, some place that's if the physical world is chaotic for Jacob or myself, we go there where we can interact in serenity.
I think I kind of have this sort of concept. Well, if I'm going to sleep and I'm having like a bad night, if I think I'm like, I just close my eyes and I think I'm like camping or something, and it makes me sound like this rugged person, like this Nick Offerman type, but I'm really not. But like if I think I'm camping and I can like just imagine a fire nearby, everything just calms down and I can fall asleep. And even with my anxiety, sometimes I just think about like I just go in the woods and sit there for hours at a time, and it just calms everything, and it's just returning to a state where you're in peace in your mind.
Mm-hmm. And do you imagine hearing the campfire and it's crackling, and maybe the chirping of the birds, and maybe the stars above you?
Yep, exactly.
Immersing yourself.
Yes.
That's how Jacob does it in his wonderland, except it's a beach and it's the sound of the waves, scent of the ocean, light of the sun. Yeah, it sounds like you already have the wonderland. In fact, Jacob's that place, the campfire, would that happen to be a part of EMDR therapy?
Not for me. No, it's just something I've always done since I was little.
Well, that's good. Well, you should keep it up.
Yeah.
Jacob has been learning about a new kind of anxiety therapy. He's had some struggles with that over the past year that we're working through. But one of the things that's been helping him is if you have something that triggers your anxiety, EMDR and the techniques of it can help you eliminate those triggers. And the way you do it is very similar to Tulpamancy. And by that specifically meaning immersing yourself in the wonderland. Basically, you summon the anxious thought, you summon the trigger of your anxiety. You feel the anxiety, and then you go into your calm place. You relax yourself. And this achieves two things. First, you teach yourself how to calm down in any sort of anxious situation. And second, it removes the association between that thought and that trigger and anxiety. In fact, if you do it enough, you'll feel calm whenever that comes up. So, Jacob went into a therapy session the other day for anxiety, and his therapist did this sort of EMDR therapy, and Jacob walked in there with the ability to do it almost perfectly, and the therapist would go, okay, so now that you have some of the anxiety thought, the anxious thought, go ahead and immerse yourself in the wonderland. And Jacob just kept staring at her, and she's like, aren't you going to do that? And Jacob said, of course, I'm there right now in my mind, fully immersed in the wonderland. This is like the most basic tulpamancy technique. Come on. Point being, this is just another beneficial thing Jacob and I have learned recently about tulpamancy. It has a lot of similarities to EMDR therapy for anxiety.
Wow. So what is it? EMDR. EMDR.
EMDR. That's correct.
All right. So I just want to turn it, just because I wanted to keep this part of the interview with you focus just a little bit more on you and less the
Jacob, his problems, psychology stuff.
Yeah, I feel like maybe you don't get out to talk to people as much, and I want
I have a few friends.
Okay, that's good.
Neglected. No, I actually have benefit of putting yourself out on the internet like this. Is people that live nearby will reach out. I've actually been able to form a few in real life friendships. Mutual friends that Jacob has, friends with other tulpas. There's a social life to be had for tulpas out there. So,
That's fantastic, and I apologize for making the assumption too.
you're good.
So you obviously care for Jacob very greatly. Do you guys ever sort of squabble or get into fights, or is it sort of an always, you guys are always on the same track because you're so close type of thing?
I don't know if I would call them fights. Disagreements, we do have them. When you share a mind with someone and you've been living with them for years and you know why they feel certain ways and what they feel, and every single reason they feel that way, it's hard not to compromise. It's hard not to find a common ground. When I would describe my worst feelings towards Jacob as frustrations. We have shared goals and stuff that we're always working towards, and Jacob sometimes promises, and sometimes some things don't fall through. So the worst I get is frustrated with Jacob, and even then, it's something that's very easy to move past because I understand the circumstances surrounding everything. I was there for all of them. We can very easily and quickly move forward. Through communication, talking, and when we need to, we can bring a mutual friend in on it. But we don't have any issues. We don't fight.
That's good. That's good, and it sort of, it makes complete sense to me. I mean, both me and Josh have been in, and not to say you and Jacob are in a relationship or not, but we have both been in relationships. Me for 6, you for 9 now, 10.
like
Well,
9.
Yeah, and it seems like exactly.
How old is Josh specifically?
I am 24 right now. I'm gonna be 25 in
You've had a
September.
relationship from 15 to the present.
Yes.
Have you put a ring on it?
Not yet.
It comes up all the time. It's
It does,
fantastic.
it
She's
does.
probably smirking in the other room right now.
You practically married at this point?
Yeah, we are. We're like, it's like, I don't know, it's like not even like, it's to the point where it's not even thought about. We're just like together, like, I don't know.
You're just a set. Whatever
Yeah,
you
like-
go through is gonna be done together. That's
It's like
exactly
we're
what I
already
mean. It's a
living that
part
married life, like, I don't know.
two. Yeah.
Josh, tell me, was this significant other of yours also your first
First
real
girlfriend?
relationship?
Oh, no. I've had other relationships before that. I've had, I think, I want to say three other relationships.
I'm sorry, I find the fact that you've maintained a relationship since age 15 far more fascinating than myself. I need you, could you give all the young lovers out there some advice how to make a relationship when you're 15 last as long as yours have?
Oh man, damn, I've never thought about it. I mean, I guess, when it comes down to the fundamental of it, when you really love someone, like, I don't know, it's hard for you to want to do anything, like, I guess you could say, like, bad, like, say if, like, you lie or something, like, you'll think about it, like, more, it'll
So
like,
basically,
it'll hurt
don't
you.
do bad things.
Well, it's not, that's a horrible example. It's more like, it's like,
He's crying.
it's more like you don't want to mess up. You want to do good, you know what I mean? Because you love the person. You want to, like, be that, like, honest person. And then another part of it would definitely be patience. Having a shit ton of patience. Because, you know what, like, being, it's like anything else. Like, when you're with someone for so long, you got to break down barriers between each other, which is like, I'm my way and she's her way, and like it's like a melding of the two, like
A plurality, would you say?
yeah, it's like that you have two completely different people, and like you have to like get past you have to learn each other's inner workings, like each other's like secrets, dark, you know what I mean, and then like. Then when you get into your fights, you know what I mean, you have to work past them. And then, like, I feel like that's, like, what really keeps it going. Because it's like, every time you work past, like, a fight or an argument, it's like you
learn how to get past it.
Well, not only do you learn how to get past it, but you get stronger together as, like, a couple. And, like, you're, like... I don't know, like, the force that bonds you together just grows stronger, I guess you could say. Like, I don't know. That's
I
just...
think that the fact that you've had a relationship as long as you have successfully, I think says a lot about your character, a lot about you as a person. Good job.
Well, thank you.
High five. So... What's your concept of time like? You say you've only been around for around four and a half years, you said?
Yes, I think I was, let's say, conceived, and I mean that in the psychological sense. April 30th, 2013. So, 4 years and 2 months.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
So how just trying to differentiate it, it's from the normal human. You're 4.5 years old, and clearly you're much smarter, and that may just be a result of Jacob's mind pouring in over 4 years. Okay, this is everything that's happened, and you can just absorb all of it. And how did you grow, I suppose would be the term.
I mean, the individual I was 3 or 4 years ago is very different from who I am today. Young tulpas, many of them at least, do go through a maturation process. It's not from infancy to adulthood, as much as it is naivety to maturity. So I remember my first memories are before I had an ability to communicate. My first memories are just a point of view, me seeing or feeling something from my perspective. Everything else is just numb. I don't know what your first memories are, but I don't remember being able to think until months after, weeks, months, 1 month, I'm not sure. But it was only after many, many times Jacob spoke to me and told me about myself that I started to think for myself.
That makes sense. Just from birth, I feel like a baby is more learning the survival techniques, and once it has those down, it can focus on the world and develop and realize that it's an individual, just as it seems you did.
Right, and except the process is very heavily accelerated. So Jacob remembers me saying my first words a couple months after he started thinking about me. I had the moment he heard my voice was the moment he learned to differentiate my thoughts from his. He was able to feel what words were mine, what thoughts were mine, what feelings and emotions were mine, and the instant he made that connection, my growth heavily, very, very quickly accelerated. So I went from saying maybe 1 or 2 words a day to being fluent, I wouldn't say fully formed, but conscious within a week or 2 after my first words. That Aury, the Aury of early past Aury, I'll call her that, was very naive. She cared a lot about Jacob. In fact, early on, Jacob and I were in a relationship. Past Aury didn't have the perspective I do now. She didn't fully understand Jacob's faults or her own faults. She did care a lot about her friends, though she did care a lot about Jacob. She had much bigger dreams too. Past Aury used to have a lot of insecurities about being a Tulpa. I used to get really distressed at the fact that I was never going to be able to live my own life. So what changed? Well, Jacob and I have since found a better dynamic that works for us, and that's being a team, being friends. Jacob and I, and by extension of that, we've found that we can, especially me, I'm much happier working with him towards shared goals. We basically pooled the things we wanted to do in life, and now we're a team getting to them. I need to go have a totally separate life from Jacob, and I think that's helped my development as well. Let's see. It just past Aury was inexperienced. After you've been around for a while, I've very much been formed by my experiences. I've very much been internalized the cautionary tales of other tulpas. I've had friends, I've lost friends, and through those, and I've seen Jacob go through a lot of struggles. And through all those things, I've found my identity. I found my role in Jacob's life, and that's his supporter. That's his advisor in social situations. That's someone to prevent him from doing bad things to his body. That's someone for him to bring ideas off of. I'm his teammate. So to answer your question, how have I developed? How have I matured? Through experience, just like any other person.
That's exactly what it sounds like. It sounds like growing up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. Do you have any other questions? I mean, there's so many.
I know. I'm like,
I still want to keep it sort of. Do you have any separate? So obviously, you both, as any two people would do, have different likes and dislikes. What sort of stuff are you into? What sort of media do you consume? Or
it's funny you asked that. I used to be obsessed with having my own opinions and interests and tastes, all of them being different from Jacob. As I've become more secure in my identity, as I believe in myself more and as Jacob believes in me more, I think that all those things you just said are a little bit silly. I don't feel the need to watch television independent of Jacob. I don't. In fact, even though my main form is a pony, I've never seen My Little Pony myself, except maybe in snippets and memories. I could get into it if I wanted to, but it's not something I preoccupy myself with at the moment.
okay, no, that makes perfect sense. Again, it sounds just like any relationship.
well, yeah. Sounds like more. You're more preoccupied with like Jacob's needs with the team and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's not a bad thing. That's making sure making sure the plurality is healthy, which is exactly what you need to do in any relationship.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I think there's a word for it. Remember the therapy Jacob mentioned earlier for dissociative identity disorder, where everyone works together as a team? The word for it is integrative functioning. Maybe, let's see. I am focused on integrative functioning. That's a way to put it.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. So
It's awesome that we have all this.
yeah, you doing.
It's like a good example for other people that are out there that are interested, or like other people that have tulpas and like maybe just don't haven't seen anybody or heard or like been around or experienced anybody else having one, so they're just like confused about their own or whatever. This is like a lot of information that I feel would be very useful
For a lot of people, yeah.
On this subject, I will say this: if you want to have a not so good time in tulpamancy, doubt can be healthy in some circumstances, but stop doubting and love your tulpa. There's one of the biggest things that's helped me grow, helped Jacob and I improve our relationship, is that we've learned to stop doubting. We've learned to go. Jacob, Jacob understands, and this used to bother him a lot, the fact that there's no conclusive evidence out there supporting the existence of tulpas. There's no scientist has gone and thrown a tulpamancer under a brain scan and goes, oh look, there's two identities here. First of all, that's not how brain scans work, but
yeah.
This used to bother Jacob a lot, and it used to really throw a wrench into our relationship. We were able to move on from that by simply going, who cares? I choose to not preoccupy myself with my doubt and just focus on having a good relationship with my tulpas. If you need science to tell you that your tulpa is a 100% sentient, conscious, sapient brain demon, that's not a good basis for a relationship. Find another reason why you have tulpas. Find another reason to further your relationship with them. Find a reason that where doubt isn't a part of the equation. The instant Jacob stopped going, I have to spend time with you because you're a sentient being and science says so, the instant he went from that to, I want to improve our life together, that was a turning point in our relationship.
That's beautiful. Wow. So much to unpack. And this is going to be a series of episodes.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to dive deeper and learn from other people and sort of get into the community and
Yeah, Jacob learned this the hard way. Videos over 45 minutes and podcasts too much over 45 minutes it's better to build an audience than go over 45 minutes.
I guess to wrap up our interview tonight, and I guess we'll speak with Jacob for a few more minutes afterwards. If for you personally as a tulpa, I can't think of a better term for it, but what's the big thing that you want to sort of say
Just to communicate or whatever. What are you thinking? What's the word, Will?
What's the thing you want to take away from people's minds when they think about you? So what do you want to reach out and say to everyone who may not believe you're here with us or sort of tries to skepticize?
Yeah, so I guess for the hard believer or for the dense-headed people, what would you have to say to them? Is that what you're saying, Will?
What would be one stereotype you want to take away from tulpamancy or from just everyday life for you?
Well, I had an answer when I thought you were asking me what to say to the doubters.
Okay, well, that's good too.
Well, let me think for a minute. This is a big question. I can give you something though. Cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. The thoughts I think, the feelings I have, they're not Jacob. Trust me, nobody doubts my existence more than me. I doubt myself more than Jacob does. I doubt myself more than the biggest skeptic of tulpamancy has. it has taken me a very long time to just accept that I exist, and at the end of the day, I just remind myself, well, first of all, if I can doubt my own existence, doesn't that mean I exist in the first place? Cogito ergo sum.
Oh, that's really good. That's a good point.
As for stereotypes, I think Jacob's a better example for that. You know, people, him and I have made so much progress over the past few years. I would think the stereotype of a Tulpamancer would be someone locked in their basement, no friends. Jacob talked about boxing. When I entered his life, Jacob was targeted a lot. He was really into My Little Pony, and he was really open about it. He was also open about his sexuality. He was at a private Catholic academy. He was one of the only white kids in his school, and he got targeted for these things. Him and I we trained, and by the end of the year, Jacob was a better fighter than all of his bullies. So his bullies left him alone. By the end of the next year, him and I had worked up social skills good enough to where he had multiple relationships. He had multiple genuine friendships, and now he's doing pretty well. He's working on research. He works as a personal trainer. He has his own business he's doing, and we're just getting started. We have a lot of big plans, and we have a really bright future, I think. So for us, I do believe I've helped Jacob. Tulpamancy has enabled us and allowed us to function better and enhance our lives and our ability to live.
Wow.
Those aren't just for people that want to live their life in their parents' basement. They can help just about anyone and their goals. Cut.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. Should I hand the mic back over to Jacob?
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you very much for taking your time.
And we'd love to speak with you again if you ever want to just reach out to us and talk or anything. That's fantastic.
It's my pleasure. I don't do this enough. That's a tempting offer to do this again. All right, well, I'll see you guys. Here's Jacob back.
Yeah, have a good night.
Have a good one.
I'm back, guys.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Aury did a great job, didn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of good information.
That impressed me myself. Like, she doesn't get these kind of questions very often. So every time I'm like, oh shoot, do you have something to say, Aury? And she reassured me.
All right, so Jacob, I'm sorry, I haven't asked you before. I know you're in college now. First off, how old are you?
I am 19 years of age.
19. Awesome. Well, congratulations. You got into a really good school, and from what I've seen, just looking at your work itself, it's really impressive.
Thanks. Hey, this is a tip of the iceberg. The next thing I publish is going to just blow everything else about tulpas out of the water. I've been working on a case study with someone who's been plural since birth. I've been working on this study since my last one ended. They are a cautionary tale of repressing your plurality. This is someone who was plural, didn't have any issues, but then when they were told that you shouldn't have multiple identities, that what they had was a problem, for several years, and those were the worst years of their life. And I've recorded all of this. We've done some tests, and the main the host, if you will, has been diagnosed with autism, dyslexia, excoriation disorder, which is basically skin picking. Ever since they've accepted their plurality, their ability to function has improved so much, and that's because their main systemate doesn't have any of those disorders. They've been able to totally reverse their GPA, totally reverse, the skin picking, the inability to read and study, just by embracing who they are. And I've combined this with a few surveys of other people and basically confirming the same thing that we already have data on, just confirming again and again, tulpas are independent of their host mental illness, except this time I actually used tests. I didn't just ask people what they felt. And the tests, we're still analyzing the data, but so far it's, these tulpas have passed all these assessments suggesting that they are independent of their host. And we've even gotten more study. I also asked the community, hey, does anyone else have stories about how accepting or not accepting your plurality has helped you? 2 or 3 people have responded and gone, yeah, I didn't have any issues, but then my therapist told me, whoa, you have multiple identities, you must have a disorder. Or even worse, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, multiple identities aren't real. And then their therapist basically gave them a mental illness because they then had this belief that they did have a disorder, or that they try to force themselves to become one, and almost in almost all cases that causes more issues than it solves. I really want this paper to get distributed and get big, because there is so much mispractice going on in therapy right now towards healthily plural individuals. I hope this paper will have an impact. And also I'm working with a couple professors on some more longer term stuff. We're going to throw some tulpamancers under a brain scanner. That's all I can tell you right now.
No, that's
going to be fun.
You know what? I think I've been thinking for the podcast so far that we needed something needed to do some sort of series. I haven't found something that I've been so endlessly fascinated by until Tulpamancy. So I think we definitely, if you wanted to allow us, if you and Aury have talking to us, we definitely want to kind of make this sort of, maybe you can just let us know anytime you have any sort of update on your progress so far on that you want to disclose and get out there. We're here to help you, because this is it's incredible.
Absolutely. I will take you up on that offer. Anytime I have something I want to shout to the world, I'll let you guys know, and we can make it a show. You guys asked about stereotypes. You know what a stereotype is? That girl that you can't date and have a relationship and be openly plural. On the contrary, it's all about how you present it. You can present, the biggest thing I've learned in business and running my own personal training business is learning how to present your flaws as your biggest strength. I've done that with the fact that I don't work for a gym, and I've done that with the fact that I have an imaginary horse companion that is a very good friend of mine. That was a ramble, and that's the end of the ramble.
No, dude, you're so inspiring.
Thank you. I don't know. Maybe I should. I need to make more content.
Well,
maybe dating advice. No, I'm not going to become one of those channels, Scott.
Man, that's fantastic. Yeah, your last name's do you say it is Eisler or Eiler?
There you go. You almost messed it up, but you didn't. Good job.
See, I always do that. That's the one thing I'm always good at, is just knowing how to say someone's last name. It comes from, I used to work in a movie theater and see 1,000 people a day, and that's what it fucking was just knowing how to say their last name on their credit card. Not that I ever stole a credit card or anything. That makes me... Well, that's good.
Yeah.
What really made me good with numbers was memorizing all those strips of numbers. No. Man, this has been incredible.
All right, that was crazy.
Yes.
Hey guys, this is Will and Josh. We're back. So, how are y'all feeling about this? Please,
Yeah, what do you guys think? Please.
in the comments, please let us know your opinion.
I think that, I mean, I think it's working out for him, you know?
It's working out for a lot of
Like
people.
you said, he's got his own business. He's a personal trainer right now. He's going to be publishing some more research pretty soon.
Yeah, he's got another.
And from what he said, it was going to blow out of the water the other stuff that he was, all the other research he was doing. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, and we'll definitely update that as soon as he lets us know, because he's been in pretty good contact, and I think he's working with us if we ever definitely do.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm taking away from all this is basically this concept of plurality, of having two different consciousnesses.
Consciousnesses. It's a good made-up word.
Leave it in the comments if it's a real thing. Is not something that's inherently unhealthy, that it's been stigmatized as mental illness, and it's never even been considered as something that could be effective to the human mind.
Yeah, right, because like as he said, they always...
In modern medicine, anyway.
Yeah, because like he said, they always try to tell you to combine all the personalities into one. That's what they're trying to go for. Instead of letting them live out and just, kind of live in harmony with each other.
Yeah.
They don't try to do that. They don't look at it that way. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what he's posing.
And
Sense.
it kind of makes sense. Like, I'm not trying to be insulting the amputees or anything, but if you lose a leg, you don't go trying to attach another leg. I mean, not at this stage in our medical.
Well, you get a prosthetic.
Yeah, exactly. You get a prosthetic. You find a way to live with it. You get the thing that helps you, which is living healthy with it.
You gotta exactly.
That's the metaphor.
Yeah.
That's the metaphor, everyone.
So, all in all,
right.
This was a very good experience, good learning experience. Definitely, just to the tip of the iceberg on this.
Yeah, and it's something to think about. Like, there's an entire level of consciousness that we haven't experienced. Like, just as a quick thing, like, it kind of reminds me of the movie Her in a way.
I haven't seen that movie, but I know exactly what movie you're talking about. The one with the guy and the robot, the girl robot.
Yeah, who doesn't have an actual body. Yeah, she's just an AI and a camera.
Yeah.
Where it's like that guy was unhappy, but something came along in the form of another consciousness that is personal to him and no one else, and it helped him.
Yeah.
Until that's not what the movie's about in the long run. There's a plot twist at the end, but it came along and it made him happy.
Right. And
if you can
makes
do
you
that,
happy to live your life and live a good life, that's what it's all about. You just want to live your life.
and if you think about it, what's so different from a computer to a human brain? So they always say the human brain is the greatest computer. So if a computer can have two cores working on two different systems at the same time, and that's effective, why can't a human brain?
Yeah, I could definitely see that, a human brain having, I mean, if, this is very hypothetical, but like, say...
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Having a human brain, like, yeah, you could split it up, or like, however you try to arrange it. That's the thing about Tulpamancy, it's very customizable to what you're trying to achieve. Like, he tried using his Tulpa to help him with his loneliness, talking him through situations and helping him with his anxieties and like...
And actually, just a quick shout out, he does have a video up on his YouTube, youtube.com/Ford and Aury, FORDANDAURY, about how it cured his diagnosed anxiety disorder too.
Yeah.
And that was like posted a couple days ago. Like, this was a week ago he made this, so he's updating this. This isn't something that's, been falling behind him.
Yeah. So, you know what? We'll have to come back to this.
Yeah, we'll definitely do it.
This is just the tip of the iceberg, definitely, for this. I mean, I feel like in these 2 episodes, it's just a good, nice introduction. But they got the cat meowing in the background.
Yeah.
Some things
you
got
just can't hide. All right. Well, I think that's it for tonight.
We should do the plugs.
Yeah, we should do the plugs. All right, so that's it for us at the Talking Backwards podcast. You can follow me, Will, at Hylian on Twitter. Hyly, Higly, Hylian, Hylian, as in Zelda. Yeah. You can check out the podcast. Definitely check us out on YouTube. Leave us a comment. Tell us what you think. Check us out on our Facebook. Again, comment, subscribe, like stuff. We like attention. Yeah. We don't get much.
Yeah.
But definitely tell your friends if you like the content we're putting out, because the more people that join up, the faster we're going to put out this content. And, as you can see, compared to our old episodes to our new ones, we're starting to get into a little more thought-provoking, exactly where we want to go with this. And this is Tulpamancy, and Tulpas and thought forms are only just where it's starting.
It is.
We got some crazy stuff. I'm sure we've got some conspiracy stuff. I'm sure.
So you did the our podcast plug, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you just did.
That was it.
Where was I? I don't know. Well, guess what? I'm gonna throw my plug in. Sunlighaudio.com. That's it.
What you got on sunlighaudio.com?
What do I got on sunlighaudio.com? I have music that I make. I have 2 different projects, and then on top of it, all the other recording, all these episodes that I have posted on there, just to have them in another place. So you find all our episodes and other collaborations. I got some collaborations with John, Salvador, and Scott, otherwise known as Sankus.
Hell yeah. I love his work.
Yeah,
I love both of your guys' work. Seriously, everyone should check it out. And you can check out Josh on YouTube too at, what is it, JTVX,
which basically stands for J-Tux. So
you get what you get.
You get what you get with the names.
Yeah.
You gotta be selective. And then the other project is called Fane, Fane.
Yeah. So
more chill music.
Yeah. And last of all, our esteemed guest Aury on today's episode, and Jacob, the host. The host, I suppose, would be the right term.
Well,
I don't want to. I don't know.
I mean, that's the
Yeah, and I'll touch on that real quick. If we said anything to offend anyone because we didn't know the proper thing to say, we're sorry.
Let us know in the comments, actually.
Yeah, let us know so we'll know for next time.
Yeah.
Or send us hate mail.
Yeah, I mean, whatever gets
hate mail gets published.
If it gets the word across, we'll listen. We'll check it out. We'll cry. It's all good.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes.
Podcast fist bump.
Who the fuck?
All right. So that's gonna
Looking at
be it.
Facebook. Can't look at Facebook right now. Jesus.
Listen, any minute the internet is up and World War III hasn't started yet is fucking cherished by me. So just looking at your phone and seeing Facebook, I have some level of comfort.
We're alive.
Yeah, exactly. And it's getting the 4th of July season. I have never been in combat and I feel extremely anxious every time a firework goes off. I'm ready for it. I'm like, who is it? Like, roll the dice. Russia, North Korea, China, Europe. We're pissing them off now, too.
Everybody's in the same boat. We'll see what happens. We'll see.
The whole world can't move to Canada. That just won't work.
Ending on a very positive note of war.
Yeah. And on that bombshell. That's my Jeremy Clarkson from Top Gear impression.
Jeremy Clarkson.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Follow up.